Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dark Records channel where we talk about everything mischievous and evil. Today we are going to talk about Ozymandias from Watchmen, but before that don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss videos like this, and share this content with your family and friends. So let's get to the meat and potatoes. Ozymandias, also known as Adrian Veidt, is one of the most complex and compelling characters in Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons' seminal graphic novel Watchmen, 1986. His character is a brilliant blend of heroism, villainy, and a critique of the superhero archetype. Here's an in-depth look at his origins, adaptations, and analysis. Adrian Veidt, who later adopts the moniker Ozymandias, is depicted as the smartest man in the world. He was born into a wealthy family but rejected his inheritance to carve out his own path. Inspired by Alexander the Great and the ancient Egyptian pharaoh Ramesses II, Ozymandias, Veidt embarks on a journey to retrace Alexander's footsteps, seeking to understand and surpass his achievements. Returning to America, Veidt becomes Ozymandias, a superhero who uses his intellect, physical prowess, and wealth to fight crime. However, he soon becomes disillusioned with the simplistic heroism of vigilantes, believing that the world's problems are too vast and complex to be solved through mere physical confrontation. Veidt then retires from his superhero persona and builds a vast corporate empire, amassing wealth and influence. His ultimate goal is to save the world from itself, believing that only through drastic, morally ambiguous actions can humanity be united and peace achieved. The crux of Ozymandias' character in Watchmen is his master plan to avert a nuclear holocaust between the United States and the Soviet Union. He believes that the only way to unite humanity is through a common, external enemy. To achieve this, he creates a false alien invasion, killing millions of people in New York City with a giant psychic creature he engineered. His plan is successful. The world is shocked into peace as nations unite against the perceived alien threat. Veidt's actions are morally complex. While he achieves his goal of world peace, he does so at an enormous human cost. He justifies his actions by invoking utilitarian logic, believing that the death of millions is worth it to save billions. This raises questions about the ethics of his decisions and whether the ends can ever truly justify the means. In Zack Snyder's 2009 film adaptation of Watchmen, Ozymandias is portrayed by Matthew Goode. The film remains largely faithful to the original comic but changes the nature of Veidt's final plan. Instead of creating a fake alien invasion, the film version of Veidt frames Dr. Manhattan as the cause of a series of explosions in major cities around the world. This still results in global unity but shifts the narrative slightly by making Manhattan the scapegoat. In HBO's Watchmen series, 2019, Ozymandias, played by Jeremy Irons, is depicted years after the events of the original comic. The series delves into his psyche, portraying him as increasingly unhinged and isolated. Veidt is revealed to have exiled himself to a moon of Jupiter, where he struggles with the consequences of his actions and the legacy he has left behind. His storyline is one of the most intriguing parts of the series, blending dark humor with existential reflection. Ozymandias has also appeared in various comic book sequels and prequels, such as the Before Watchmen series and Doomsday Clock. These works explore different facets of his character, often focusing on his early life or the aftermath of his actions in Watchmen. Ozymandias represents the pinnacle of human achievement and ambition but also the dangers of unchecked power and hubris. His character is a critique of the idea that intelligence and morality are inherently linked. Veidt sees himself as a savior, yet his actions are those of a tyrant. His story raises questions about the nature of heroism, the morality of sacrifice, and the limits of human understanding. One of the most fascinating aspects of Ozymandias is his moral ambiguity. He genuinely believes he is doing the right thing, but his actions are undeniably monstrous. This complexity makes him a compelling villain, as he is not motivated by greed, hatred, or power for its own sake, but by a distorted sense of altruism. The name Ozymandias itself is symbolic. It refers to the poem by Percy Bysshe Shelley, which describes the ruins of a statue of a once great king, now forgotten and decayed in the desert. This symbolizes the inevitable decline of power and the futility of human ambition. Vate's adoption of this name suggests his awareness of the transient nature of his own achievements, yet he still pursues them with relentless determination. Ozymandias' legacy within the Watchmen universe is one of both reverence and horror. He is hailed as a savior by some and condemned as a mass murderer by others. The ambiguity of his legacy reflects the broader themes of Watchmen: the uncertainty of truth, the complexities of morality, and the consequences of power.